Speed and speed and speed in hockey is the most important three words you will ever hear. Speed and fast. We all know about fast players like Connor McDavid, but what does it mean to play fast, and how does speed actually affect the hockey game? Well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and use the Rangers and the Jets as a prime example of how all NHL teams and all NHL players can use speed to their advantage. This was one of the fastest games I have ever seen. The Jets have put together one of the fastest first lines in the NHL with Mark Scheifele, Kyle Connor, and Nick Ehlers. They may not be the best first line in the NHL, but they're definitely arguably one of the fastest. The Rangers in their own right with their top six, especially Zibanajad, Kreider, Capo, Panarin, Trocheck, and Lafreniere. These are an incredibly fast top six. And then when we're looking at our four defensemen, we know we got guys like Adam Fox, Jacob Trouba, Condre Miller, who are incredibly fast skaters and fast players. Ryan Lindgren, a solid two-way player. Then when you take a look at the Jets back end, we know we got Josh Morrissey, one of the best skating defensemen in the NHL, and Neil Pionk, a very smooth skater in his own right. These are two teams that demonstrated to us that they can play with speed, and you're going to learn how to play with speed right now. Don't forget as well, if you're new to the channel and liking the content at any time, throw that thumbs up down below. It helps spread the love on this channel. Comment down below. Tell me about your best fast moments in hockey watching the NHL. Tell me if you like the commentary that's coming up on these goals and these breakdowns and these plays. If you want to get a hold of Coach Ryan D, the Discord link's down below. Join our group and our community. It is wonderful down there. And a big shout out to all of our members on the coaches staff here. If you want to join the coaches staff, the join button's down below. But the free subscribe and thumbs up is more than enough for me. Let's get to highlights and show you how to play fast in today's NHL. When we're taking a look at a breakaway here, there's a few lanes that you need to take a look at. So you have your three lanes. As you're looking at them here, your primary lane is what Panarin is going to be going down the center of the ice. Breakaways and penalty shots matter, but they're very different. A breakaway, you need to get that shot away quick. Penalty shot, you have nobody chasing you. Even though he has all the daylight in the world, he's still going to go ahead and want to force a shot here. That's going to be normal on a breakaway. We all know well and true about Coach Ryan D's Royal Road. That's the line that goes down the middle of the ice right here. What you're looking for on this is you're actually looking to cross yourself over that line, whether it be stick handles or angle changes as a player. But Panarin's going to do something unique here, and he's going to try to fool Hellebuyck. As you can see, he pulls it right over the Royal Road there. It's just a little bit of a move, but that angle change is going to change it. And instead of going ahead and pulling it back this way to have Hellebuyck try to bite or move 180 degrees, he's actually just going to try for a short little backhanded snapshot there, bar down. And this is why Panarin's one of the best goal scorers in the NHL. I think that's highly intelligent. Goalies don't see that coming. Those backhands from that position is just incredible. And the skill from Panarin here is on full display. You can see he's got wide leg stance here. He's got his feet pointed forward, which is key. And then it's just all wrist that's going to end up moving that to the top corner. But Hellebuyck in himself is one of the most elite goaltenders in the NHL, and he sees it coming. He's able to get a stick on it. That almost went in. It was there. Panarin had the right call. Beautiful save though by Hellebuyck. Beautiful shot by Panarin. That's breakout time. You have a 2-1-2 here by the Rangers, 2 up, 1 in the middle, and the Jets, this is all about speed for them. Josh Morrissey has a little bit of gap here that he can end up working with, but he doesn't take it because he moves it over here to Mark Scheifele. He's got a really good head up here, and he can identify the fact that Mark Scheifele has a lot of gap to work with along the left side. But the key to take a look at here is the speedy Nick Ehlers. Nick Ehlers is just going to bust it right up to the middle of the ice here, and the speed for Nick Ehlers is really unrivaled in the NHL, other than a few players like Connor McDavid or Martin Necas. Ehlers may be one of the fastest pure straight line skaters there is. As Scheifele ends up taking that puck, he's going to go ahead and move that puck till he runs out of gap. He knows this red line is going to be key, and he knows he's going to have a lot of open ice here. Kyle Connor is doing one of my favorite tricks, which is called buying ice. That means he's going to walk these defensemen all the way over here left to right, and that's actually going to open up this lane here for Ehlers. This is a very set drill that the Jets run in practice all day, every day, and most teams are going to run this. Scheifele, because he is so intelligent with the puck, we can take a look here if we move myself. He actually makes a quick little pivot stop here, and then he finds a way to get the line. This could have been icing, but when it's close enough, linesmen are usually going to go ahead and leave it. And what we see here is about a 2-foot gap from Nick Ehlers to the defender. As Scheifele's moving that puck through there, Ehlers is actually going to carry it right around the outside boards here, and that is how you find time and space in a place where there isn't time and space. Take a look at what Kyle Connor did here. Former Lady Bing winner here is a genius because he actually ends up pulling over 3 Rangers into his area of influence just by buying ice. That's why we want to cut across the blue line here, because it opens up these lanes, and you can see that beautifully. And this zone entry is what causes this goal. As that puck ends up moving in, it is all Nick Ehlers all day. First on the puck, he ends up closing that gap, and this is going to be what causes trouble for the Rangers. Speed kills. So Ehlers comes in here, takes away that gap. Now you have 2 Rangers, and you have Kyle Connor, who's going to get lost back here. It's really key that Connor's able to get lost. He is just brilliant on this play, even though he doesn't touch the puck too many times. That gap closed by Ehlers allows Ehlers to pick up the puck and walk around the outside here. Adam Fox, you can see it. Ryan Lindgren, they do not have their head on a swivel. This is a problem by defenders. Even though both are elite, they got to be looking left or right. So take a look. Look again, puck watching, puck watching, puck watching. There is no head swivel there from either one of these. And now what Nick Ehlers is able to do is take 3 Rangers with him down low, and that speed has created a lot of gap for Ehlers to work with. Ehlers is going to go ahead and feed that through the legs of Adam Fox, and now Ryan Lindgren makes the I missed my guy. This is not good. He sees that it's one of the league's deadliest scorers there, and Connor's done an absolutely brilliant job here getting open. Quick little tip pass by him, but now we know that Mark Scheifele is sneaking in here. He's come in, he's found open ice, and it's Ryan Reeves that gets exploited on this one, so he gets no help from Reeves. Reaver is a 4th-line player, beauty of a human being, but when you're playing against the speed of this line, you got no chance. Scheifele ends up walking in. Hellebuyck has no opportunity with Scheifele open here in the slot. It just beats him on the far wide post. We missed the shoulder check. The speed kills by the Jets. I would say there was a few brain farts here by the Rangers defenders, but at the end of the day, this was just Jet speed exploiting the Rangers' top pairing defense. Once again, speed is going to kill here on this first line. Nick Ehlers is going to start the down low cycle. We don't get a lot of opportunities to look at this on this channel. Doesn't result in a goal, but you can see how it absolutely disrupts the Rangers defense. Once again, Nick Ehlers, first guy on the puck. This is why I love this team of speed, and all he's going to do is make a little nice backboards pass here, and that's going to cause gap and hole here for Kyle Connor to be able to pick up that puck and work in space. You can do this a few times in order to get open, but what you end up seeing is that the player can actually exploit on download cycles a lot of open gap between defenders. So when defenders are playing, you want to have one guy in front of the net, one guy on the puck. You want to have your puck supporter, and this is actually your puck supporter here, one on the wall and one up high. That's the defensive zone structure you need to get in. But when you're cycling a puck down low and you continuously find back and forth on this wall, you're going to disrupt that defensive zone system, and they're unable to actually get set up in their proper defensive zone system here. They're close to it, but as they move in, you can see both players are now pressuring the puck. This is wrong. You want one player pressuring the puck and being on Kyle Connor, and you want the second player over here in the support zone. But because both players go for the puck, or they go for the hit in what we call the hit zone, that allows Kyle Connor to find a little bit of exploitation here down below, and it's a bit of speed. And yes, Mika Zibanajad ends up creating a nice turnover here for the puck, but that's going to allow Mark Scheifele, who is equally as skilled, same draft class here as Zibanajad, to take advantage of that puck in the low area here. And once again, you have your puck support here that needs to find that puck. That puck support is unable to find the puck that Zibanajad dislodged, and Mark Scheifele is going to make a beautiful play here in time and space back to Kyle Connor, who is once again open in that area we talked about in between the defensive zone, and allow him to exploit those angles and those gaps that the Rangers left between their holes. Now Connor's able to pick up that puck. Hellebuyck does a really nice job here getting onto his post. There's only a small little piece of daylight here. Beautiful reach in here by Condre Miller. Condre Miller is one of the better defenders in the NHL, or at least he's growing into it in my opinion. I think he might even make my top 30 next year. He's not there yet, but Kyle Connor is able to get that puck in time and space. Hellebuyck makes a beautiful save. Awesome job on that cycle. Rangers unable to get set. Again, that is what speed does, not just on the transition game, but in the offensive zone. The Rangers have one of the deadliest power plays in the NHL. You can see Artemi Panarin up here controlling the play. Adam Fox is who they want to have up top, but this is all going to be about Mika Zibanajad and his one-timers. They love to get it over to that far side for Zibanajad to put it in, and they love doing it because it's going to cross the Royal Road, and they want to take an angle from here or from here to get over to Zibanajad. So they want their players coming from the right side of the ice to the left. They actually don't want it coming from Panarin down to Zibanajad over there, because it's not enough of an angle change for them them in order to beat an elite goalie like Connor Hellebuyck. First thing you're going to see here is what's called a switch. He ends up going high to low. You want to go high to low to defend that puck. Really nice job done by Panarin. And then he's going to look to move it over here to Adam Fox. That's a primary opportunity for the Rangers, but that's the opportunity the Jets want the Rangers to take here. The fact that he doesn't end up moving it over to Fox, but you see Panarin several times look off Fox, that is going to cause confusion for all of these defenders here on the Jets. It's a really elite way of playing by Artemi Panarin. He is looking to find and exploit that right to left lane that we are talking about, and without that look off to Adam Fox and that fake shot by Adam Fox, it's unable to do it. Panarin sees that it's well gapped up here by the Jets. The Jets have sticks in lanes, which is what you want to see. So you have DeMello with a stick in lane. Everybody's got their stick in the lane properly. Puck actually ends up right here, but when you're as sick and as smooth as Artemi Panarin in, that sauce ends up making it through over to Zibanajad. That's exactly the opportunity that they want for Mika, is for him to be down low on that one knee, that clapper, but because of the sauce, he's unable to get that full stick on it. It ends up going wide. It hits a Ranger in front. He's unable to put it in because Connor Hellebuyck is there. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but there's nothing lucky about always being in the right position. An errant pass by Nick Ehlers is going to send Artemi Panarin down the ice against Nate Schmidt, and this isn't what you want to see if you're a Jets fan. This is exactly what you want to see if you're a Rangers fan. You can see right here, Schmidt has already lost the angle here on Panarin. This is just pure speed kills. Panarin sees it. He's got beautiful puck protection here because he's just going to walk it closer to the wall, keeping the slower Nate Schmidt away from him, and then all you see is pure individual skill. We call this stick on puck if you're Nate Schmidt. Nate Schmidt's had an opportunity to take this puck 3 or 4 times, but it is really tough to take it off an elite player like Panarin. Panarin ends up making a quick pivot and turn here, and that is going to cause time and space problems. Once again, Panarin, just like we talked about with the Jets before, Panarin does to the Jets what the Jets did to him. He takes 2 players with him, and Mark Scheifele, who is our puck support here at this point in time, ends up getting his stick in the right spot, but Panarin is just sick. Take a look at where his stick is here. Scheifele is an excellent player, but he is unable to pick up that puck from Panarin, who puts it through Scheifele, and just unbelievable job. And now the Jets end up out of their own D-zone structure. So you have Nick Ehlers here as puck support, you have Logan Stanley in the desperation play, and you have our goal scorer Hunt at the back door. At this point in time, I'd actually want to see Logan Stanley identify that he's got a player behind him, and I'd also want to see Kyle Connor push towards the net. Although there is danger up top here, the Jets defenders have to start learning that you have to crash the house and you have to crash the net and give up positions from the top when you're in a little bit of trouble like this. Logan Stanley ends up going down, and we can see that gliding by Kyle Connor. Once again, he's just used to being in his spot. We don't want to see that. That puck ends up feeding through to Hunt because Stanley is on his knees, and he just finds a way to bury it over Connor Hellebuyck. We talk about that Royal Road. It crossed it. Hellebuyck makes that 180 post push. It ends up beating him up top here. There's nothing you can do if you're Connor Hellebuyck on that one, elite goalie or not. Great goal by Hunt. Connor finally comes in a step too late when he realizes that there's danger, Will Robinson. Connor could have gotten back a little bit more on that in order to help it, but that is all skill by Panarin and the Rangers, and using speed to exploit the Jets to make it 1-1. 1-2-2 forecheck here by the Jets. Once again, speed. Cole Perfetti is the first one in on the puck. Pierre-Luc, Dubois, and then we're going to see Blake Wheeler coming in here down low. This is why it's called a 1-2-2, because you have 1 up and then 2 there. It is Cole Perfetti's job to force this puck up the wall. What Perfetti doesn't want to see happen is that puck actually go behind the net, because that's going to allow the Rangers to exit much simpler. So the forecheck's point on a 1-2-2 is to get that puck going up the wall and create a board battle here that Blake Wheeler can end up supporting. And once again, we're talking about speed. It's all speed by the Jets in order to exploit this. That puck goes up the wall, and you'll see Blake Wheeler close that gap really quick. You do not want to see your forwards having to skate backwards into the zone if you're the Rangers, but because of Blake Wheeler's pressure, they do that. So again, 1-2-2. You have your 2 guys back here as well too. You can't see them, but there's your 1-2-2 forecheck, and you've actually ended up pinching them off on the half wall. You can pinch them off anywhere you want in the ice, neutral zone, wherever you want, but you'd prefer to create the turnover in the offensive zone. Blake Wheeler continues pushing forward, and then it's Cole Perfetti and Blake Wheeler on a 3-on-2 down below. And once again, I talked about the brilliance that is Cole Perfetti and his 100 IQ. He ends up seeing that Blake Wheeler is likely going to win this. Why? His head's on a swivel and he sees a player reaching. As soon as you see a player in this position, this bent over spot, you know they're in trouble. He sees a player who's going one direction. He sees another player off balance, losing the other direction. He feels very confident. It's the offensive zone. Let's take a chance. Let's get to the front of the net. And then it's going to be PLD, Pierre-Luc Dubois, finding his way towards the open net to make a play on this ice. Beautiful turnover here in the 1-2-2. You can see how that reach there of Adam Fox, doesn't matter how fast he is, he just ends up getting turned around and changed around by Blake Wheeler because he's not able to move his feet. He gets burnt by the speed of the Jets. Blake Wheeler's able to walk in front, and now what we're going to see is Pierre-Luc Dubois exploiting just a little bit of open ice here. The Rangers have to pay attention to Dubois. Capo Caco, the young man, doesn't realize, even though he's with Dubois, he thinks he has this man. You don't have your man unless you have a stick on him, so there's no stick on him. Dubois moves in. He puts a stick on him too late, but look at the flat foot there of Capo Caco. It allows Dubois to get open, exploit Yaroslav Halak. Perfetti's in front of the net, 100 out of 100. Big brain play there. No goal. Beautiful job generating off the forecheck by the Jets using speed. Anything you can do, I can do better, the Rangers say. Take a look at this 1-2-2. Condre Miller in on the forecheck. Told you this guy's a stud. Absolutely unbelievable. Wins the race to the puck against Dylan DeMello. Josh Morrissey goes to pick up the puck, but that 1-2-2 ends up pinching him off, and we end up getting an opportunity up top. So what you ended up seeing was Condre Miller come down into this corner, your second player pushing behind the net, your third player pushing out front here, and it generates a beautiful chance here tonight for the Rangers. Connor Hellebuyck once again on his game, but that speed of Miller ends up exploiting him. And young defensemen, this is always what you want to do. Jump into the play, get to the front of the net, wait, see if you have an opportunity to score. If you don't, then back out and get out. We always want our defenders playing as a fourth forward if possible. Really nice job by the Rangers. All right, let's talk about playing fast right now. Logan Stanley isn't a fast player, but he realizes here, he makes a quick little shoulder check and realizes he has gaps. So he knows he is a player up here on the wall that he can exploit, and he's just going to move the puck as hard as he can down the ice. There's nothing wrong with this. This is what we call playing fast even when you're not normally fast, and Stanley is anything but fast. That hard pass allows the puck to go into the zone because he knows he has three offensive players behind him at that point, and then all you see is the fourth line player in David Gustafsson finally cracking the roster, outskate Condre Miller, who is an incredibly quick player on his own. He ends up taking in that angle, and this can be a very dangerous angle for a forward to take because you can get pancaked, especially by a big guy like this on Miller, but Gustafsson does a great job engaging and staying tight. When you see players not get tight, that's when problems happen here on the boards, and you see guys break sternums and you see guys break shoulders. So he goes in there, he's got the brakes on, he stays tight, uses his body to protect the puck. Really nice job there by David Gustafsson. He ends up moving that puck out front and up top, and because of the speed here of the fourth line of the Jets, Gagne is able to get in, and we always talk about this. It is the most difficult save for a goalie to make when it comes from south to north like it did there. That changes angles on goalies like crazy. Yaroslav Halak makes a really great save here. Sam Gagne can't find the puck, and because of the speed, the Rangers are still disjointed. They are looking for pucks. Someone should have just wholesaled Gagne in front of the net with a big body. They don't do it. Everybody's slapping away looking for it. Gagne ends up scoring, and that is what we call playing fast, even when you're not a fast line. Logan Stanley, the Jets' fourth line. This is the Jets' third pairing, but they look much quicker than they are. Penalty killers here. When one goes, all need to go. So you can see that the puck is wrapping around the boards here to Kyle Connor. The Rangers are going to go ahead and pressure. But what we have to realize here for Adam Fox is we got to realize we have a player like Pierre-Luc Dubois in front of the net, and if one goes, all goes. So now we see two players pressuring, but Adam Fox doesn't pressure quick enough. Even though Adam Fox is one of the fastest players in the NHL and a very good skating defenseman, we see double pressure here from the Rangers. That's fine on a penalty kill, but you need to go 1, 2, 3. Everybody needs to pressure. I understand Mark Scheifele is in front of the net here. That means your Ranger needs to come back and take a look at Scheifele here, but you can't just send 2. You got to send all 3. And I know what people are going to be saying here, especially the old school. But Ryan, if you go ahead and pressure everybody, you're going to leave the front of the net open like this, and someone's going to score if it gets through all 4 players. Yes, totally correct, totally fine. If you want to go ahead and pressure on penalty kills, you need to send everybody at once. And the goal of it is if they can beat 4 players, 8 if you add up all players on the ice to get it to the front of the ice to find their 9th player open, then you know what? Congratulations, you get a shot on net, because pressure is going to cause more turnovers than it is going to cause goals on the penalty kill. So now we have a loose puck. Adam Fox needed to be on his horse a lot quicker as opposed to defending the front of the net. We needed to have a Ranger come back down low in order to support that or be the puck support for everybody. We don't get it. Adam Fox finally makes a decision that he's going to go get the puck now, but it's way too late. He's playing way too slow. That allows him to get it through, get a beautiful shot, and put that goal in. So no matter what, even because you were covering the front of the net, they still find a way to exploit you and put the puck open in front. So you may as well go as hard as you can, send all the dogs roof into the corner, get those puck hounds moving. Adam Fox has got to get on his horse, and he's got to pressure when he notices his other teammates pressure as well. So there you have it. We've broken down a ton of plays from this game. If anyone ever wanted to be introduced into hockey, what does it mean to play fast? What does it mean to play in the transition game? What does it mean to use skill to exploit players? How do you find gap? This was the game to do it. I hope this game lives in infamy here on this channel. This breakdown lives in infamy on this channel. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and join. We're always teaching you the best in hockey and talking about the best in hockey content. But now you've got a few ways to identify whether or not your team, one of the other 30 teams in the NHL, is able to play fast and when they're playing fast. And now you have a really good understanding of the difference of being fast and playing fast. This was an absolutely beautiful game to break down and to watch. Congrats to both teams. Even though I'm a Jets fan, I got to give a lot of props to the Rangers on this one. They're on a road trip. They're on a back-to-back. They had a backup goalie in net for this game. So if you're a Rangers fan, don't be too hurt. Jets needed the 2 points on this one. Anyway, we will catch you later on for more hockey content here on Hot Garbage Sports.